Yeah, cool. So the topic of this video is male virginity. I've actually never heard this topic be discussed before, so I'm gonna be the first to do it. Let's get it. Cool. Right. So basically, like male virginity is one of those topics that I'm like everybody uh like knows about. So basically, the way it is, it's like this. If a guy is a virgin, he ain't cool. But if a guy gets lots of sex, then he is cool. So what this does, it puts the thought into like guys' mind of all ages, but particularly young guys that they're not worthy because they don't get sex. But that's not really what it is about being a guy. It's about your character traits. That's character traits can be like a whole nother video, but I'm mainly talking about like virginity and how it makes like guys insecure. Like for me, like I only lost my virginity like the start of this year, right? But the only reason I did that is because I tried to. I wanted to do it. I wanted to like see if I could because I too like felt insecure. I was like, wait, am I gonna die a virgin? Am I gonna die a virgin? Oh my god, oh my god. But like the thing is, it wasn't from the right place. It's more so like an experiment. Because prior to that, I wasn't really concerned with like having sex and all that kind of stuff. I was more concerned with like just doing my thing. Um, and of course when it happens, it happens. But like the only reason I did it was like just to see if I could do it and also to like feel good about myself towards my guys, so I didn't have to like lie anymore about me having sex. Yeah, lie. Yeah, I lied too, but because like they make like they can make you feel inferior for like not having sex. It's almost like they can make you feel like you have some sort of disability, like some sort of inability to do it. And this kind of thing is toxic. Because personally, I would much rather be a virgin. Because like to be honest, the first time I had sex wasn't even like worth it. Wasn't even all that. I was like, right, people like I was thinking, I was like, oh, is this what people like talk about in the rap songs all the time? Fam, fam, where's my refund? Where's my refund? But the point of trying to make is that the point I'm trying to make is that like it's not even that deep. Like I don't much like I said, I'd much rather be a virgin because it's much more. I feel pure. I feel purer. I feel purer. So that's why I'm declaring myself a born again virgin. I'm a born again virgin. Yeah, I had sex a couple times after that, but like that was just like to test out the waters again. But like I said, it just confirmed the vision. Like it's good, but it's much better to have emotions and feelings involved. Um, and going back to the topic, like again, I said, I'd rather be like a born again virgin. Like I'd rather just like stay focused on doing my tingy majiggy. Some guys they just like to have sex all the time. Um, but see that's interesting as well because they like having sex all the time, and other guys see that as cool. But it's like certain guys, like these guys, like high level kind of guys in terms of like they're like really good with like women. Like they either got like a lot of money or they've just like practiced that skill and they're always like always trying it with women. So obviously just by numbers they're gonna like get more girls, right? Like it's like a numbers game, right? But the thing is, to a guy, to all the see the guy who's getting lots of sex, the only people that are going to be like looking at him thinking that he's cool is guys who don't get sex. Like guys who get sex and like that realize that it's not all that, they're not going to be like, oh my god, that is amazing. But guys who don't get enough sex, who don't get like enough sex that they want, they're going to be like, yeah, what did I just say? I don't even remember what I just said. So my memories, I'm bare present in the moment sometimes. I'm only like thinking of what I'm doing now. So like sometimes I lose my train of thought. But let me try and recollect what I just said. So basically, um, uh, yeah. So the only people that would look at a guy and be like, "Yo, he's getting a lot of sex. That is cool." Are guys who want to get more sex, but they're not getting enough sex, so they're looking up to them. But guys who are content and they get enough sex and they realize that it's not all that. It's nothing. The guys getting a lot of sex is just like, yo, you're getting a lot of sex. In fact, like sometimes it can be like, yo, you're overdoing it. You're getting a bit too much sex. Like, don't you want to like chill out? But this links to the topic of like sex addiction. Some guys are sex addicted, but sex addiction isn't as common in society, especially for men, because a lot of men don't get sex, so it's not as deep. It's not as deep. So if anything, it's seen as a good thing. Like, yo, that guy gets a lot of sex. They don't see it as like sex addiction. They just see it as like, yo, that guy just gets loads of girls, man. That's crazy, man. I'd love to be that guy. But this directly links to food addiction, because when people eat a lot of food, you can clearly, and like in a site like this, like London, United Kingdom, like uh, more economically developed country, food addiction is known as a bad thing. Like we know, like if you see some guy eating lots of food, then you'd be like, yo, you need to calm down, bro. You need to calm down. But if you see some guy, if you see some guy eating a lot of food, you're gonna be like, yo, you need to calm down. And obviously most people eat moderate amounts of. I mean, come on, look at the obesity rates. I mean, I'm not sure, but that's another topic for another day. But like, yeah, like food addiction is a problem, and people can identify that, yo, man, you're getting obese. You're obese. Like there's visible changes, so you can see that, yo, you're getting obese. And or if someone eats a lot of food, it's like you're obese. And if something, but then again, another point is, if you're bare hungry, if you don't eat a lot of food, you're hungry. You're like, oh man, I could eat everything. And like you see someone eating bare food, you're not thinking, calm down. You're thinking, oh man, I'd love to be that person there. I'd love to be eating all that food, because you don't get food. So obviously, when you see someone getting lots of food, you wish you were living like them. But you don't realize that when you get it in abundance like that, when you get food like that, you've also got to enforce self-control, because otherwise it will get out of hand, and you'll just start getting overeaten. Like you just start overeating and like getting fat and losing control. Because like it's a completely different lifestyle. Because right now you don't even need to enforce self-control. You don't even need self-control, because like you haven't got any food. You need to eat food. So you wanna just go get some food, and you wanna go get as much food as you can. And like getting any food is good for you. Like doesn't matter if it's a lot of food, because like you're hungry. But for that person over there who's got bare food, like they're satiated or sated. I'm gonna say satiated. Correct me if I'm wrong. But they're satiated. They're eating a lot. They're eating well. And like you just wish you could live like them and just eat lots. But in reality, they're struggling with a food addiction problem. And this links to like sex addiction. Like for guys who don't get sex, they're like, oh my days, I'm roasting, man. I wish I could just like have sex, man. I wish I could. Like see that guy over there, he's getting all the girls, man. But like that guy over there, he's got his own problems. He's like got sex addiction. He's been cheating on his girl. He's lost his self control. He wishes like he could control it better. He's not really like happy with where he is. He wish he could control his urges better. And that's the thing with like sex addiction and food addiction. Because with food addiction, like you can actually see it in this country, because it's far less common for people to be that situation where like they're bare hungry and they just want to eat anything. Obviously it happens, unfortunately, but with like sex addiction, it's far more uncommon. And I just want to like make the link between like virginity and like sex addiction, because like being a virgin, like I said, I'd much rather be a virgin as a guy, because that enforces like self-control. And realistically, you don't want to get like distracted with those kind of things, especially when you're young, doing dumb things like unprotected sex, having kids, getting STDs, and all these kind of things. But like if you're a virgin as a guy, that's a good thing. The only good thing about like having sex or not being a virgin anymore is that like the skills that you develop to not be a virgin. So it's more so like for me, it's actually mainly to get like the skills to not be a virgin, like the skills to get along with a girl, like chat with a girl, and eventually have sex with a girl. Like those skills, those social skills that like the basic relationship skills. Those are like, I think those are good, but like just doing it for the sake of like having sex and getting more numbers, getting numbers up. Like you had sex with more girls. That's not the way to do it. And in fact, sometimes you don't even need to. You don't even need skills. Like if you got the source, like girls are just like you in general. Like you just need basic social skills. But obviously, if you're just like a random guy, you're gonna have to like do a little bit more work, because obviously you haven't got like that credibility, that status, that power, that acknowledgement, that fame or whatever. But obviously, like I said, being a virgin as a male isn't a bad thing. It's just like about like the social skills of being able to interact with the opposite sex. And yeah, I think that was pretty much it. Like, so think about it like this, like food addiction, and sex addiction. Like guys who don't get sex, they look at guys who get a lot of sex and they're like, yo, that's crazy. I want to be like you. But obviously, the guy who gets lots of sex, like he's battling with like sex addiction. Like if he goes like 2 days without sex, like he's roasting completely because that's all he's used to now. But obviously, if you go like a week, like a month, or I mean, you don't get sex because you're a virgin, but like you're cool. You're not like you're not tied to sex. Maybe porn, and that's another topic for another day. Do no fat, it's a bit mad, but it'll change your life. But anyways, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Like, being a virgin as a male isn't a bad thing. I'm a born again virgin. I like to enforce my self control, and it's better to have sex with girls that you emotionally connect with rather than just doing it to like have sex with and get your numbers up. Again, it's about the self control thing. Like there's guys who can have sex with bare girls, lots of girls, but they don't. I forgot as an athlete, I forgot his name. There's an athlete, a top athlete who is a virgin. Like he's just like he's a virgin. And I respect that. I'm like, yo, fam, this guy is a real G, a real G. Like he gets girl, but like sometimes girls even stalk him. But like he's establishing his self control. He's enforcing his self control. But that's what we need to see. Like, so stop whining about like trying not to be a virgin or all that kind of stuff. It's cool to be a virgin. That's the way to go. Enforce self control. And yeah, man, stay blessed. Yeah, let's get it.